Hey there, Steelers Nation. Welcome back to the channel where we break down all things black and gold. As always, we're here to talk Steelers football, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Today, we're diving into some serious buzz that's been making its way around the NFL. Could the Steelers actually consider trading head coach Mike Tomlin? Before we get into the details, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's the best way to stay connected with Steelers Nation and support the community that bleeds black and gold. Let's keep this conversation going, because we want to hear from you. The Steelers are heading into the playoffs, but let's be honest, the vibes aren't exactly immaculate. After a promising start to the season, the team stumbled, losing 4 straight games to close out the regular season. We went from leading the AFC North to watching the Baltimore Ravens claim the division title. Now, we're facing those same Ravens in the wild card round. It's a tough spot, and the team's recent struggles have led to some pretty loud whispers. Is it time for the Steelers to part ways with Mike Tomlin? Tomlin has been the face of the Steelers for nearly 2 decades. He's a Super Bowl-winning coach with one of the most consistent records in NFL history. But there's a growing sense that the franchise might benefit from a fresh start as we enter a new era of Steelers football. This speculation isn't coming out of nowhere. On his podcast, NFL analyst Colin Cowherd raised some tough questions about Tomlin's recent track record. Doesn't it feel like, since Big Ben went out of his prime, they don't beat good teams? When's the last Steeler playoff win over a star quarterback? Cowherd's co-host, John Middlecoff, took it a step further, suggesting that the Steelers should consider trading Tomlin. He'd be awesome on TV. All these openings would die to have Mike Tomlin. Why not go to the Bears? Trade him to the Bears. Middlecoff even speculated that a second- or third-round draft pick could be enough to make the deal happen. To be clear, the Steelers have no incentive to trade Tomlin right now. He's still leading the team to playoff appearances, and his reputation as a player's coach remains strong. But the lack of recent playoff success is hard to ignore. Since 2016, Tomlin hasn't won a single playoff game. That's a long drought for a franchise with as much history and expectation as the Steelers. And while the team's early season performance gave us hope, the late-season collapse has many fans questioning whether Tomlin's approach is still effective. Now let's talk about the immediate future. The Steelers are set to face the Ravens for the 3rd time this season. Historically, we've had their number, winning 8 of the last 10 matchups. But this Ravens team is a different beast, with MVP candidate Lamar Jackson playing some of the best football of his career and new additions like Derrick Henry bolstering their offense. The Ravens look like a team on a mission. Meanwhile, the Steelers are limping into this matchup with a lot to prove. Mike Tomlin himself described this playoff game as a tax for the team's 4-game losing streak. It's a harsh but fair assessment. The question is, can the Steelers rise to the occasion and shock the world, or will this be another disappointing playoff exit? Here's the reality. If the Steelers lose this game, the debate about Mike Tomlin's future is going to explode. Tomlin has been one of the most respected coaches in the league for years, but no one is immune to criticism. A loss to the Ravens would mark yet another season where the Steelers fall short of expectations, and that's going to weigh heavily on the front office, the fans, and perhaps even Tomlin himself. But if the Steelers pull off an upset, suddenly the narrative shifts. A win against a division rival in the playoffs would be a massive confidence boost for the team and the fan base. Let's address the elephant in the room. Would the Steelers actually trade Mike Tomlin? It's worth noting that trading a head coach isn't unheard of. Teams like the Buccaneers and Patriots have done it in the past, and it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. A trade could give the Steelers valuable draft capital and a chance to reset with a new coaching vision. But here's the thing. Tomlin isn't just any coach. He embodies the Steelers' culture of resilience, consistency, and loyalty. Trading him would mark the end of an era, and that's not a decision the organization would take lightly. The Steelers have had their fair share of challenges this season, and now, as we prepare for the wild-card showdown against the Baltimore Ravens, another obstacle has emerged. Rookie guard Mason McCormack, a key piece of our offensive line, broke his hand during Saturday's tough loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. But here's the thing. McCormack isn't letting that stop him. In fact, he's optimistic that he'll be ready to take the field for his first-ever playoff game. Speaking to reporters after practice this week, McCormack didn't mince words about his determination. "I'm definitely optimistic. It's feeling a lot better already. For a rookie, stepping into the playoffs is a big deal, and McCormack knows it. He's ready to fight through the pain to be there for his team and for the fans who've supported him every step of the way." So, how's he planning to play with a broken hand? McCormack has been practicing with a heavily taped brace on his left hand, testing his grip and functionality. While he's ruled out wearing a full cast, calling it too restrictive, he's working with trainers to find the right solution. "Not like a full-blown cast. I'm not going to club it. If I can grip and play, then I'm going to," McCormack said. "It's a calculated decision. If he can't grip the way he needs to, he won't take the field. But so far, he's cautiously optimistic about his ability to contribute." This isn't McCormack's first experience with injuries. Although he hasn't dealt with this exact situation before, he's no stranger to playing through pain. It's clear that his resilience and determination will be key as he navigates this challenge. The stakes couldn't be higher. The Steelers are heading into the playoffs after a rough end to the regular season, losing 4 straight games. But as McCormack pointed out, the playoffs are a fresh start. Obviously, we haven't liked how our last month went, but that doesn't matter now. He's right. This is a do-or-die moment for the Steelers, and every player on the roster knows it. The locker room energy has shifted. Players are locked in, focused, and ready to fight for every inch on the field. For McCormack, missing this game isn't an option unless it's absolutely necessary. He knows how rare playoff opportunities are, especially for a rookie. This is his chance to make a mark and contribute to a potential playoff run that could turn the season around. McCormack's presence on the offensive line is crucial. As a rookie, he's already established himself as a reliable starter, providing much-needed stability in a unit that has faced its share of struggles. Going up against a Ravens defense that's playing some of its best football, the Steelers will need every bit of grit and determination McCormack brings to the table. His ability to protect Kenny Pickett and create lanes for Najee Harris will be critical in what's expected to be a physical, hard-fought game. But let's be real. Playing with a broken hand is no easy task, especially in the trenches where every snap is a battle. If McCormack can pull this off, it'll be a testament to his toughness and commitment to the team. McCormack's situation embodies what it means to be a Pittsburgh Steeler: grit, resilience, and a never-quit attitude. From the Steel Curtain days to the present, this team has always been about toughness, and McCormack is living proof that the tradition continues. His determination to play through pain is the kind of story that unites fans and inspires teammates. It's about more than just football. It's about the pride of wearing the black and gold and representing a city that never backs down from a challenge. Now it's time to hear from you. This is one of the most important conversations we've had in a long time, and your voice matters. Let us know in the comments. 1. Do you think it's time for the Steelers to move on from Mike Tomlin, or should they stick with him? 2. What do you think about the idea of trading Tomlin for draft picks? Would it help or hurt the team? 3. What's your prediction for the wild card game? Can the Steelers pull off the upset against the Ravens? Steelers Nation, we know this team means everything to you. The highs, the lows, the rivalries, it's all part of what makes being a Steelers fan so special. Whether you think it's time for a change or you're sticking with Tomlin all the way, this is a pivotal moment for the franchise. If you're as passionate about this team as we are, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your fellow fans. Let's show the world why Steelers Nation is the most loyal and engaged fan base in the NFL. Here we go, Steelers. Let's see what the future holds.